dear learners of our regular MBA and Commonwealth Executive MBA program. You are most welcome to this discussion on flexible budget and variance. And you know, this is the topic of your course, Management Accounting course. For your better understanding, at first you should know what is budget. In simple words, we can say that budget is the numerical expression of future plan of action. For example, if I want to produce this type of pen in my factory in the next month, this is one of my future plan. Now I have to quantify this future plan. Generally, budget is prepared after considering the market share that I can capture, the total market demand and the production capacity of my factory. After considering these factors, I can quantify my future plan, that is, I can produce 1000 units in my factory in the next month. Now, what will be the cost of production for this 1000 units? You can see a very simple form of cost of production budget for 1000 units. Here, the total cost, estimated cost for 1000 unit is taka 22,000, consisting of material taka 4,000, labor taka 5,000 and overhead, that means all indirect cost is total taka 13,000. Now, let us assume, I repeat, just assume that my actual production is also 1000 units at a total cost of taka 25,000. Now, you can see here that budgeted cost is taka 22,000 and actual cost is taka 25,000. The difference is taka 3,000. This difference is called variance. As the actual cost is higher than budgeted cost, the variance is unfavorable. Now, the question is, what is the reason for this difference? We can look into the details of this actual cost and budgeted cost to find out the difference. You can see that for materials, actual cost is taka 2000 higher than budgeted cost, so the variance is unfavorable. For labor, actual cost is taka 1000 lower than budgeted cost, so the variance is favorable. For overhead, actual cost is taka 2000 higher than budgeted cost and again the variance is unfavorable. In total, taka 4000 is unfavorable and taka 1000 is favorable. So, net total variance is taka 3000 unfavorable. Now, you get the idea about the variance. That means, variance is the difference between actual cost and budgeted cost. If the actual cost is higher than budgeted cost, it will be unfavorable variance, and if the actual cost is lower than budgeted cost, it will be favorable variance. Here, I had a plan to produce 1000 units and I prepared a budget for 1000 units. Later, I assume that my actual production is also 1000 units. Actually, budget is prepared to set a target to be achieved, but it will not restrict us fully. If the market condition changes, that means if the market demand increases and if my capacity permits me to produce more, definitely I will increase my production. What will happen if my actual production is 1500 units? Now, you can see here the actual cost that I incurred to produce 1500 units. Here the actual cost to produce 1500 units is 32,000 taka, consisting of material taka 9,000 and labor cost taka 6,000 and overhead, that means all indirect cost is taka 17,000. Now, the question is, can I compare the actual cost of 1500 units with the budgeted cost of 1000 units? What will I get from this comparison? Now, you can see in the screen that the comparison between the budgeted cost and actual cost. In this comparison between budgeted cost and actual cost, you can see that the actual cost for materials, for labor and for overhead, all the actual costs are higher than budgeted cost and the variances are unfavorable. And in total, the actual cost is taka 32,000 and budgeted cost is taka 22,000. Total variance is also unfavorable. I think you can identify the reason why all the variances are unfavorable, because budget is only for 1000 units and actual cost is only for 1500 units. And this variance is called fixed or master budget variance, because we are comparing actual cost with the initial budget, that means the master budget. But in many cases, it is not easy to convert a budget instantly from 1000 units to 1500 units, especially if the budget is very big and complex. So, if any company wants to keep its master budget, that means the first initial budget constant to compare with the volume of any actual output, then the variance will be termed as fixed or master budget variance. Now, if I want to convert my budget of 1000 units into a budget of 1500 units, at first I have to analyze the cost drivers and the behavior of cost. I have to identify those costs for which the volume will affect the total cost, that means volume is the cost driver for that cost. In that case, those costs will be termed as variable cost. That means, if I increase the volume or decrease the volume, that cost will also change. But if within a relevant range the cost is not changing, then that cost will be termed as fixed cost. Once I can identify the variable cost and fixed cost, then I have to analyze the behavior of cost. That means, if the volume is changing, then what will be the rate of change in the cost. So, after analyzing the cost drivers and the behavior of cost for all the elements of the budgets, then we can say that we have completed the task of flexing a budget. Once I can make our budget flexible, then I can prepare a budget for any number of units, and that will be called flexible budget. Now, in order to flexing our budget, we can break down our initial master budget, that means the budget we have prepared for 1000 units. We can break down this budget for various cost elements, and we can try to identify the behavior of those costs, and then we will calculate the rate of changes with respect to the volume changes. Now, you can look at the screen. While flexing the budget, we can see that in the master budget for 1000 units, the material cost is taka 4000. We know that material cost is variable cost or direct cost. So, we can calculate the rate simply by dividing taka 4000 by 1000 units, and the rate will be taka 4 per unit. We can use this rate in calculating the total cost for flexible budget of 1500 units, and the cost will be taka 6000. Similarly, for labor, total cost for 1000 units in the master budget is taka 5000. So, we can calculate the rate of labor cost, and it will be taka 5 per unit, and in the flexible budget for 1500 units we can calculate the total labor cost, it will be taka 7500. You may know that the overhead cost is a pool of indirect cost, that means all indirect costs are together termed as overhead cost. So, in our simple example, under the overhead cost, there are 4 types of indirect cost. You can see that in case of overhead cost, there are 4 elements, that is supplies, electricity, supervision and depreciation. In total, in the master budget, the overhead cost is taka 13,000. The behavior of supplies indicates that it is like variable cost, and the rate is taka 1 per unit, because in the master budget for 1000 units supplies is taka 1000, and we can use this rate in calculating total supplies cost for 1500 units. For electricity, there is a fixed portion of taka 1000, and that means if we use electricity or not, we have to pay taka 1000 for meter rent and other charges. In addition, there is a variable cost of taka 3 per unit. So, we can calculate now the total electricity cost for producing 1500 units. And this type of cost is called semi-variable cost, because there is a fixed portion and variable portion. For supervision, we can find that the rate is taka 1000 per 400 units, and the supervision cost for 1500 units will be 4000. Here the nature of supervision cost is interesting. The rate of supervision cost is taka 1000 for 400 units. So, to produce up to 400 units, supervision cost will be taka 1000. Now, for producing 400 units to 800 units, supervision cost will increase by taka 1000 and it will be taka 2000. Then again, for 801 to 1200 units, supervision cost will be 3000 units. Therefore, for producing 1000 units, it will be in this range, supervision cost is taka 3000. Again, for producing 1201 to 1600 units, supervision cost will be 4000 taka, and for producing 1500 units, it will be in this range. So, for 1500 units, supervision cost will be taka 4000. Here the supervision cost increases by step. So, it is called step cost. Similarly, for depreciation, actually it is considered as a period cost for producing up to 3000 units. So, depreciation cost will be 5000 for 1000 units and also for 1500 units it will be same. In total, we get the overhead cost for 1500 units, that will be 16,000, and the total cost of production for 1500 units will be taka 29,500, as compared to the master budget for 1000 units, the cost was taka 22,000. Now, we can compare the budgeted cost of 1500 units with the actual cost that we have incurred to produce 1500 units, that actual cost of 1500 units. Now, you can look at the screen. In the comparison between budgeted and actual cost for 1500 units, we can see that the material cost is taka 3000 higher than the budgeted cost. So, the variance is unfavorable. For labor cost, actual cost is taka 1500 lower than budgeted cost. So, the variance is favorable, and for overhead cost, actual cost is taka 1000 higher than budgeted cost. So, the variance is again unfavorable. In total, we can see that the variance is taka 2500 unfavorable, because the actual cost is higher than budgeted cost. Now, this variance is called flexible budget variance, because for the actual production of 1500 units, now this cost this variance is called flexible budget variance, because for actual production of 1500 units, we prepared a flexible budget of 1500 units. Now, if we want to compare the cost figures of flexible budget with the cost figures of master budget, that means initial budget of 1000 units, then we will get the variance that is called activity level variance. Now, we can look at the total pictures. At first, we have prepared a master budget for 1000 units, then our actual production was 1500 units, and we get the actual cost for 1500 units. Now, if we compare these two figures, we get fixed or master budget variance. As our master budget is for only 1000 units, but actual result is 1500 units, for that reason we prepared a flexible budget for 1500 units. Now, if we compare the actual results with the flexible budget of 1500 units, we will get flexible budget variance, and if we compare the master budget with the flexible budget, then we will get activity level variance. Now, for each element of the cost, that means for material, labor and overhead, we can calculate the variances. Here, activity level variance indicates the effectiveness of the production system, and flexible budget variance will indicate the efficiency of the production system. Dear learners, I think by this time by this discussion, you have got the basic idea about flexible budget and the variance. So, now you have to read carefully the course materials we have provided to you, and then you can solve the problems of flexible budgets, and you can understand this section very carefully. All the best and see you.